This video is for general information only and isn't a substitute for personalized medical advice. Always speak to your GP, diabetes team, or pharmacist before making any changes to your treatment. Have you ever wondered why GLP-1 medications like semaglutide or liraglutide can make you feel full for so long after eating? It comes down to something called gastric emptying, and understanding it can make a real difference to how you manage your treatment. GLP-1 receptor agonists are widely prescribed here in the UK for type 2 diabetes and obesity management. One of the key ways they work is by slowing down the rate at which food leaves your stomach and moves into the small intestine. This is called delayed gastric emptying, and it plays an important role in how these medications affect your blood sugar, your appetite, and your digestive comfort. So how does it actually work? GLP-1 medications mimic a natural hormone your gut releases when you eat. That hormone triggers several responses, helping your pancreas release insulin when blood sugar rises, reducing glucagon release, signaling to your brain to reduce appetite, and slowing stomach emptying. All of these effects work together to help manage blood glucose levels and reduce food intake. Now, this gastric emptying effect doesn't stay the same throughout your treatment. Research suggests the delay is most pronounced in the early weeks. Over time, many people develop what's called tachyphylaxis. The body adapts and the gastric emptying effect gradually diminishes. Importantly though, the glucose lowering and weight reducing effects often persist even as this happens. Not all GLP-1 medications behave identically either. Shorter acting formulations tend to produce a more pronounced but shorter duration effect on gastric emptying, whilst longer acting formulations have a more modest but sustained influence. Individual variation is also significant. Some people maintain a noticeable delay throughout treatment, whilst others develop near complete tolerance relatively quickly. This slowing of digestion is directly linked to some of the most common side effects, particularly when starting treatment or increasing your dose, things like nausea, bloating, and feeling full very quickly. For most people, these symptoms ease as the body adjusts. If you're experiencing these symptoms, there are some practical strategies worth discussing with your healthcare team. Eating smaller, more frequent meals can help, as can avoiding high-fat foods, which already slow digestion on their own. Gradual dose titration, starting low and increasing slowly, is standard practice with these medications precisely to give your digestive system time to adapt. Always take your prescribed dose as directed, and don't adjust it without speaking to your doctor first. One thing worth knowing: if you're on a shorter acting GLP-1 medication, these can affect how quickly some tablets are absorbed into your body. If you take other oral medicines, it's worth checking with your pharmacist whether this could be relevant for you. Regarding the timing of your dose in relation to meals, only adjust this if your prescriber or pharmacist specifically advises it, as guidance varies depending on which medicine you're taking. One area that deserves particular attention is surgery. If you're scheduled for any procedure requiring anesthesia, it's essential to inform your surgical and anesthetic team that you're taking a GLP-1 medication. Delayed gastric emptying can affect the risk of aspiration during procedures. Current UK practice generally supports continuing GLP-1 therapy with appropriate precautions rather than routine discontinuation, but this requires individual assessment. Do not stop or delay your medication without guidance from your surgical team or prescriber. They'll advise on the right approach for your situation. Contact your doctor if your gastrointestinal symptoms are severe, persistent, or getting worse. Significant vomiting, signs of dehydration, or anything that concerns you are all reasons to seek medical advice promptly. So to recap, GLP-1 medications slow gastric emptying most strongly early in treatment, with the effect often diminishing over time. Common digestive side effects are linked to this mechanism and usually improve. Practical steps like smaller meals and dietary adjustments can help, and if you're having surgery, always let your team know you're on this medication. If you found this helpful, leave a comment below. We'd love to know what topics you'd like us to cover next. Like this video and subscribe to the Bolt Pharmacy channel for more straightforward health information. And as always, speak to your doctor or pharmacist for advice tailored to you personally.